Let me set the scene for you. You are a housekeeper. You have worked inside one of the most famous mansions in Los Angeles for years. You are being mocked for your English by a supervisor who calls you stupid. Your pay has been quietly cut. Your overtime has disappeared. Your workload has grown. And after trying every normal channel available to you and getting nowhere, you make a decision that is either the most desperate or the most brave thing a person in your situation can do. You write a letter, a personal letter, to the billionaire whose house you clean. And you place it on her massage bed before a treatment because that is literally the only access point you have to the person whose name is on the building. You apologize in the letter for even bringing it up. You tell her you believe she would not allow this if she knew it was happening. You are hoping a woman worth billions is going to read a handwritten note off her massage table and decide to intervene on your behalf. That is how out of options you were. And according to the lawsuit, what happened next was not intervention. It was retaliation. Welcome to the Kylie Jenner household, allegedly, where the water has a name and it is not yours. Underas. Here are the actual allegations because they are specific enough that vague summaries do not do them justice. Juana Delgado Soto claims she began working for Kylie in 2019 and spent years dealing with harassment, discrimination, retaliation, and what the lawsuit describes as emotional torment inside that household. A supervisor allegedly mocked her English and called her stupid. When she made complaints through whatever channels were available to her, the retaliation was immediate and targeted. Her pay dropped, her workload increased, and her overtime vanished. This is the lawsuit's account, and it is filed in Los Angeles County Superior Court, which means it is not internet speculation. It is a legal document with a court record attached to it. The letter was the detail that made everything go viral, and honestly, it is not hard to understand why. The image of someone so shut out from any legitimate avenue of help that their only option was to write a note and place it on a massage table before someone's appointment, and then to open that note with an apology for even bringing it up, is genuinely difficult to read without feeling something uncomfortable. She believed Kylie would fix it if she only knew. That is the kind of faith that only exists when someone has run out of everything else. What allegedly followed the letter: threats of termination. A new policy, and the word policy is doing significant work here, that Soto was no longer permitted to look at Kylie, smile at Kylie, or be near Kylie. If Kylie entered an area, Soto had to disappear. Not leave the room professionally, not clock out, disappear. Which is a distinction that matters enormously because it tells you something about what kind of existence was being created for this woman inside that house. There are additional allegations that individually sound strange and collectively paint a picture that is harder to dismiss. Staff allegedly referred to certain water as Kylie's water, which Soto claims she was denied access to at times. Bathroom breaks were allegedly refused. And perhaps the detail that generated the most visceral reaction online, she was allegedly denied permission to attend her own surprise birthday party because Kylie had dinner plans. Her family and friends organized a celebration for her, and she could not go because her employer's dinner schedule took precedence over a birthday party her family threw. Now, and this needs to be said clearly, these are allegations in a lawsuit. Nothing has been proven in court. Kylie has not responded in detail publicly. Her representative stated at the time the stories broke that she had not yet seen the lawsuit, which is a statement that neither confirms nor denies anything. The legal process exists for a reason and it has not concluded. But this is also not the first lawsuit. Another former employee made similar accusations about Kylie's household environment around the same time. Harassment and discrimination allegations from a different person describing a different period of employment. 2 lawsuits, 2 former employees, 2 sets of allegations pointing in a similar direction within weeks of each other. At some point, the word pattern starts to be applicable. On the rogs. The internet's reaction has been what you would expect when you take a family that already had complicated public relationships with accountability, add allegations about workers being treated in ways that sound less like household management and more like a Victorian Gothic novel, and release it onto TikTok and Reddit. The phrase "you are not allowed to look at Kylie" has been compared to video game final boss mechanics, Disney villain behavior, and the specific energy of someone who has watched too many period dramas about aristocracy and taken notes on the wrong parts. The no-looking rule is the detail people keep returning to, and it is worth examining why. Most problematic workplace policies, even genuinely bad ones, have a logic you can trace back to something. Productivity concerns, liability, optics, something. You cannot look at me has no workplace justification. It is not a rule designed to manage a household. It is a rule designed to manage a person, to communicate something specific about their status relative to yours, to make them feel it physically every time they have to perform the act of not seeing you. That is not management language. That is something else. Andres? The broader conversation this lawsuit is generating is the one that actually matters beyond the specific allegations. The Kardashian-Jenner brand has been built, in significant part, on aspirational aesthetics, the luxury, the access, the carefully curated image of a life that looks extraordinary from the outside. And that image depends entirely on labor, on the people cleaning the houses, preparing the meals, managing the staff, maintaining the physical infrastructure of that lifestyle around the clock. Those people exist in almost complete invisibility in the public narrative of that brand. They are not part of the aesthetic. They are the mechanism that produces it. When lawsuits like this surface, they do not just create legal problems. They create a visibility problem. They make the invisible labor visible in a way that the brand cannot easily absorb. Because the story of someone writing a desperate note onto a massage table and apologizing for the inconvenience of her own mistreatment does not sit comfortably next to the carefully lit selfies and quiet luxury content. The two things can occupy the same mental space without one of them fundamentally changing how you see the other. Nothing has been proven. The legal process will run its course. But the allegations exist, the second lawsuit exists. And the internet is not going to forget the phrase Kylie's water anytime soon. Hongrilers, drop your take in the comments. Does this change how you see the brand? Or do you think allegations without verdicts should not affect public perception? Like the video if this breakdown gave you the full picture, and subscribe so you are here if and when this story develops further. Because with this family, it always develops further. See you then.